because of lack of StarCraft. Obviously, a lot of that is going to be Gamers 8, which is the biggest StarCraft tournament of the year in just a couple weekends' time. In fact, next weekend. It's in the bottom right side. We kick off this best of 5 with our Red Protoss player from Storm Gaming. This is MaxPax. In the top left, our Blue Zerg player from Onside Gaming. This is going to be Solar. And a best of 5 PvZ between these two. Very fun. We casted these two the other day a little bit as well in the WardiTV Summer Party group stages. Solar was pretty good in those games against MaxPax. These two really do clash in quite a nice way, so expecting this to be pretty decent. Let's see what happens. It's just going to be seeing our Overlord coming to scout around, trying to see what's going on. As our gateway comes up, our hatch gas and pool coming in. What do we expect out of MaxPax overall in the series? Obviously, I think a bunch of Stargate-based openers, but with very differing ways to kind of play out of those Stargates. That's our spawning pool comes up here. We get that going drone on the way out as well. Cybercore, Nexus, all continuing through also. And a couple queens is coming out. Just going to be seeing our lings coming through. A couple drones going to get across as we do have ourselves the first probie heading down toward the bottom right side of the map. It's just going to be going across there for the moment. Link speed continues through. Stargate is coming in. Link speed just coming through again. Couple of queens coming out. Hatchery going down on the third. You see the Adept heading to the upper left-hand side. So just going to have MaxPax on a little bit of a journey out over in this direction. You see now Adept shading through the natural. And see if we can get some initial bits and pieces of damage done for the first few moments. Link speed's halfway done. Again, just going to be seeing how Stargate is about to finish, so MaxPax will get into his full kind of Stargate wave of aggression very shortly. For now, a couple of Adepts will tease us on this side of the map to see if there's anything we can get done here. Just going to shade through with those, kind of passing by through the natural up in toward the main base. And have ourselves one Zergling straight away. And now we're going to start working through a couple of the others. Adept continues to move around. We're just going to be seeing our Oracle still coming out. Okay, it's still coming through. Well, drone is getting picked away at as we do have our Queens, drones, Overlords all continuing to produce here. See what the Oracles can get done then. It's been a couple drones so far. It's just not bad, but obviously maybe not the craziest. You oftentimes expect to get, you know, MaxPax especially can be so annoying with these Oracles and Adepts and everything. You expect you can probably find a whole lot of damage. Here's that second Oracle joining up with us. I'm going to get ready to head to the upper left with both of these right about now. Queens are here. First Oracle already taking some shots. Just going to be seeing another Oracle on the way out. So we are going to go all the way to triple Oracle, but obviously we're going to be pretty low HP on some of these Oracles now. You know, some damage done beyond the shields. They'll be a little bit weaker than they would be otherwise. As the Oracles move around over to the edges. Again, Twilight Council and Forge both continue to build. The Oracle still moving out. That's number 3. And again, with the Twilight and Forge coming up, we will finally see MaxPax start to move into that next stage of this. This is Lightshade. Again, we don't see this map a lot because it's only in the OSC extended map pool. It's an old map. in terms of what we expected to, if it wasn't going to be, if it was going to be Stargate, then I feel like that's already kind of just going to turn this into a normal map, because this map's kind of short. So stuff like Glaives could have actually been really good on Lightshade, right? This is the kind of map where those things actually really could have been quite potent. We're going to play Stargate Triple Oracle anyway, and because of that, to me, it just means that this map is just going to play pretty standard. It's still maybe a bit shorter, so maybe you keep that in mind, but it doesn't even look as though Solar has many aggressive intentions himself, and so if that's the case, there ain't going to be so much to be done there. There's a couple Oracles still hiding out in the top right. The rest of our Lings are going to come back across the center. It's going to come running through as the Adept's going to hide in the corner, but no Oracles nearby, so these Adepts will have a bad time. Unfortunately, we'll shade away before much more happens. Going to be seeing our couple Oracles. The main base will take a few more shots. It's going to take a little bit more damage as well. You see our Oracle here going to drop down the Stasis Ward, and that's only going to catch a couple of Lings. So good defense from Solar. His defense throughout so far has been really, really good. That's something which is very neat to see, and obviously we kind of know Solar is in a pretty good, it is usually a pretty good defensive player as well, so I guess we keep that in mind. Lings come back around. It's going to see our melee upgrade still coming up, our Bailing Nest coming through. Lings going to go diving onto this Nexus for a couple of moments. We'll see more Stalkers coming up. Link and 1-1 on the way as well. Our Stalkers continue to fight. A few more Lings going down. Adept very nearly getting picked off there as well. The other Adept is going to sit in the gap. And these Zerglings do eventually escape away up around the top side. Blink coming through, 1-1, Robo Facility, all of this coming out for the moment. Now our Oracle of MaxPax going to come back over to the right side. It's going to be just everything kind of joined together and getting ready to go for a little bit of a push. Still start to deal some damage. It's going to be seeing our Links coming through. A couple of Adepts will be in the front there. The Stalkers obviously now have their Blinks, and they can be supported by these Oracles, by Stasis Wards, or just the Pulsar Beam. Continue to sit here, continue to deal some damage, obviously just forcing these Lings to come forward. It was a melee upgrade early, so we're pretty Ling heavy. Stasis Wards, again, something you can fall back to as MaxPax. This has been the core key way of being able to see these, builds of the Protoss player really work out. Being able to kind of get there and to, see these, Stalker builds be able to work, because you can just blink back into the, Stasis Wards a lot of the time. Focus and Oracles continue to gather together. Just going to be seeing a +2 attack, a +2 armor coming through. And we have ourselves a few units going to start pushing out towards the top left. Lings will come through. The Queens and the Hydras pushing forward. The Lings going to go up, and oh wow, both those Stasis Wards cancel or just don't go off. Or go off on Lings that died. I don't know what that exactly was, but they did not go. I saw the pop, but nothing is in a stasis, so that's actually a pretty big deal as well. As do have the Stalkers continuing back around the right side. A Nexus out down to the south, just getting going over there. Chicho upgrades continuing up, charge coming in. Our Stalkers are still around the right side as well, trying to see what we can do as our Stasis Wards will be, for the moment, still kept up on these high grounds. Blings and Banes are going to come rolling through. Stalkers, again, backing it up, getting out of there. One more Stasis Ward will come down as the units will continue to chase once again. Stalkers pulling back one more time. Hydras are still here, and again, the Stalkers taking a bit of a beat, and we pull back once more. Just trying to escape out of this. Ling's going to catch a couple of in the stasis. Again, really feeling like these Stasis Wards are key to keeping this Zerg player back. As Solar's maxed as well, by the way, guys. 77 drones only. He's going to catch. Okay, this is really good, because a lot of these Stalkers didn't get caught in the recall, so now you're going to lose half the army, and suddenly I was just saying, Solar's maxed. Now there's no reason for him not to just keep on going, because he just got a really good trade. If there's ever a time for him to perhaps do more, it would be right now. The Robo Bay is not done yet, so we don't have Disruptors available. And this really feels as though suddenly Solar is jumping onto this base, and MaxPax is going to be in some trouble. Super Battery's going to try and save the day, but the damage output of the Hydra is going to be huge. We do knock down the Super Battery with a bit of life left on it. And we have one more warping coming in around the back. We pull back with the Hydra's getting to a better concave, but then do a bit more of the work here as they just hit on this base. MaxPax has obviously got to fight here as well. His Stalkers again are stuck in this position. A couple of Oracles on the bottom side taking Hydra shots are not going to see, a good time of all of this. And it's just going to be seeing a couple of extra Zealots continue to warp in. Titans are going towards those morphing in Zealots. We actually cancel the warp in on the top side as well, and so Solar is going to find the victory. He's going to find game 1 of this best of 5 series. Solar going up with a 1-0 lead. Top right, we are going to see our red Protoss player from Storm Gaming. This is MaxPax. Going to be down 1 in this best of 5, taking on the blue Zerg in the bottom left. Solar here in the OSC mid-season playoffs, upper bracket final. If you guys are enjoying the OSC mid-season playoffs, again, !OSC in the chat. Go find out how you can support and find out more about the OSC system. Always appreciated, and thank you OSC again for having us cover some OSC mid-season playoffs today. Always appreciate some extra games to cast, and will give us all of our content today, which is nice. Makes it easy. Means I don't have to run an extra tournament for no reason, Wonderful. Hatch, gold drones all coming through. Our probe just going to come around. Our drone will continue across and continue to nibble at the probe for just a moment. Spam fat stacks to help MaxPax. That's the one I haven't seen before, not gonna lie. Creative, for sure. Very cool. Let's see our probe moving around the main base still. It's going to come back around down to the south, trying to see a little bit of what we are doing. Probe just chilling out. Overlord in the upper right. It's going to come on forwards to keep on scouting a little bit. And see what's going on. The Adept will begin to Chrono Boost away. It's fat stacks. Yeah, like fat stacks of cash. All the money. Adept is Chrono Boosting through. Gonna be seeing the Adept going to go for a little bit of a shade forward. As you do see, our link speed coming up, our hatchery coming down. This could be a Stargate again from MaxPax. That shouldn't really come as much of a surprise to anybody. MaxPax is absolutely loving his Stargate plays. Just going to go and continue through with that for the moment as the Adept comes around the left side. Void coming up, just gonna see our warp gate coming through. Link speed is about halfway done. And our queens popping out as well. You have those couple of adepts making their way right down to the bottom left. Spam these cat stacks to help out MaxPax. Okay, guys. Look, we need there's only been 2. We need an intervention. It's not working. Okay, I'm just gonna say it out loud. It ain't working. Yeah. So sorry, guys. let's just kill it right now. Oracle on the way through. Warp gate is coming up. We do see our Zerglings thinking about trying to sneak in over on that right side. We'll not quite be able to though. Let's come back around the left. It's gonna be seeing a few drones still on the way up. Our queens are on the way through as well. As a couple of lings will chill out down on the bottom left-hand side. Still seeing an Oracle coming through. Oracle coming over to the left side for the moment as well. And our queens will continue to produce for the moment. So bringing all of these out. As we actually do find one fresh drone just as it pops. Take it a second. Very nice. The Void Ray is not the most common of openings, but has shown itself here to get 4 kills so far. 2 OVs, laying in a creep tumor. Just been a little bit annoying, so again, a little bit different from MaxPax, opening in a different way. And he's going to go to Oracle's Void and a Twilight in a Forge. And a Robo, so a bit of everything actually. Void heading to the upper right side, a couple of depths are there, some Zerglings taking damage. Chronicles come around, just going to be seeing the melee upgrade continue through, charge coming up, +1 attack coming up. Going to be seeing a couple Oracles coming back down. 4th hatchery will get placed. Oracle's going to keep busy for the moment. Trying to see what we can do. Coming over to keep trying to push the Void Ray back as the Oracles dive through. And there's going to be charge on the way from the Twilight, +1 obviously starting. As we continue by, just going to see a few extra gates coming by. The Oracles coming out the bottom side. Oracles back up to the top. That's coming through. Rotron getting set. Just going to be seeing our melee upgrade still coming in. Drones, a couple of overlords still coming out. Just going to be seeing our oracles moving around up to the top as well. Just keeping on getting on with all of this. Four drones go down. Just going to be seeing our links coming across Prism. Coming down the right. Scouting is heading down to the south. Again, Roach Speed coming through. The Roach is coming in. The Spire's all building. The Spire is a fun one from Solar. If you can stay active enough with the Ling Roach and everything and get to a good amount of mutas, it'll always be very aggressive and very annoying to deal with. MaxPax coming into this main base with the Prism. Is he going to see the Spire from this? Where is the Spire? In the back of the natural. This doesn't seem like he will. He's going to grab one Zealot. He's going to see the other Zealot is coming through as well. And we see now, again, Roaches all coming up. Spire and the Roach Speed coming through as well. He's going to get a wrap around on these Zealots. So he's going to be able to nap these for a couple of moments. The other Zealot going down. Nice actual counterattack because we get rid of a lot of the Zealots there pretty efficiently as Solar. So he can't be too upset about how that trade goes down. Disruptive production continues. Gates and a Zealot continue to come out. Top side of single link continues to nibble through a gateway here as well. And that's 7 Mutalisks just coming through as the 7 drones are coming out as well. So far so good. Just going to be seeing a couple of Zealots coming back around the right side. Roaches of Solar back into the center of the map. Still seeing that +2 melee upgrade coming up. Our Roach Baneline Speed Story coming up as well. So again, to the scarier parts of this game. But the 7 mutas, well, they're going to reveal themselves to go kill off this Prism. Or what are we going to do? They decide to go across the map. And the army pushing at the same time from MaxPax. But I actually think the Roaches of Solar might be able to buy you enough time here. What's the preparation at home? There's a cannon in the natural. There's nothing in the main. So there's potential for the Mutalist. There's no doubt there. That Disruptor, unfortunately, wandered too close to the sun. The sun being the abyss of the Zerg creep spread. But Now we forced some weapons with the mutas. I guess not much achieved, and maybe it would have been better for them to come down, kill off the prism, and just help defend. The Warpin's actually just doing plenty to kind of deflect these mutas right now, so mutas will finally find a couple of pros, finally getting onto the left side, work a kill counter. We didn't lose a muta, which is nice. We do still have all 7, but I feel like he would have liked to have done a little bit more than force a couple of Stalker Warpins. That said, Solar did defend nicely at home at the same time, so he can't be all too upset about this. As we'll just come back around here. I'm just going to nab themselves a probe once again. Prism back down the south, just going to be seeing the Archons moving through the middle of the map, and MaxPax needs to be careful, starting to come down this ramp into that Roachbane army. It's that kind of point in the game, right, where you're just kind of a little worried still. MaxPax is just a little bit shy of being maxed, and then one bad fight, middle of the map, opponent gets a good jump on you, you can still lose everything very quickly. Solar is kind of giving chase. These mutas are going to go back and try and find something over here. Still, got to say that these mutas have obviously been pretty terrible compared to what he would probably wanted from them. You know, when you make mutas, you have dreams of work kills and keeping the Protoss pin back and making them feel helpless and so frustrating. This has been none of that. MaxPax warped in a few Stalkers here and there, and the mutas have done absolutely nothing since. And this army of MaxPax being so Archon heavy with a couple Disruptors mixed in is just great against Roaches. There's not even Ravagers to try and punish them with, you know, the slower clunkiness of the Archons to try and hit some biles on them. So Solar, I'm actually starting to worry a little bit for Solar here. He built a bunch of mutas that didn't do much. His resources lost ain't great. His working count's not being, you know, anything beyond just kind of regular. I think Roachbane going to open up this set of rocks, open up this area of the map, and we'll begin to move through. Toward the upper right, looks as though we've got Banes crashing in the top, but Stalkers are the saviors once again as they get in the way, so only 6 probes are lost. But Stasis Ward catches a good few lings as well. It feels like MaxPax is getting all the wins right now. Gets split away, making sure that Disruptor won't connect. This Disruptor is going to hit huge, though. Massive connection. 7 kills on Roaches and Ravages is absolutely going to add up. We absolutely take those, and that's going to be Solar now feeling it a little bit in this game. Number 2. Best of 5 here again in the winner bracket finals of the OSC mid-season playoffs on the left side. Zards are going to come charging by, heading towards a few of these lings. The Queen here going to be able to punch back itself. A lot of motion as MaxPax tries to work around with these Zealots at the same time in the center. These lings get through for the forward base. The units from MaxPax not able to respond in time to really shut those down. Ling and Roach and a bit of Ravages still joining up here. 8 probes having gone down. 40 additional Zerglings and 30 Banelings morphing in as Solar maxed and spending his money to stay maxed and make his army as good as possible. Plus some missiles and the adrenal glands even, so we're really powering up those lings as we go a little bit deeper into this. So the shot fires, a couple of Roaches going down, going to be seeing our units coming around the sides here at the moment. Mutas are going to dive in overhead as we are going to aim for as much of this as possible. The Archon should melt those mutas up though, and in general, our Zerg supply drops a lot. Protoss has a Zealot run by the mineral line at the same time. A couple of Ravages going to get knocked out. We're going to see the Archons and Stalkers. Zealots as well continuing forward. The fueling still going down. The army pushing forward as well. Going to be seeing this army of MaxPax coming all the way through. Disruptor shot's going to be big on the Roach Ravager. Nice shut down there. Banes is going to be morphed in right now. This push from MaxPax, though, is honestly looking a little bit too deadly. I'm not sure Soul's going to be able to get himself out of trouble on this one. Going to be seeing a hatch going down, a few drones getting picked away at. Another Disruptor shot going to find a center of morphing Ravagers, which is obviously not great. And it does, again, really feel as though MaxPax has this one locked down. What did it come down to? I think Muta's just not really doing enough initially. Yeah, Muta's not really doing enough initially was definitely a factor, and then just in general, MaxPax, he'll just really put himself in good positions. Was always on the good aggression, always had the good aggression kind of going in his favor, for example. So let's get it going. I'm going to start in the bottom left-hand corner with the red Protoss player here from Sidestorm Gaming, tying this series up 1-1. This, as I throw my pen across my desk, is MaxPax. I really just wanted to emphasize it was MaxPax with the pen throw, as in the top right-hand side, Blue Zerg from Onside Gaming. We have got Solar. Dark vs. Spirit today. Nope, this is the last series of today. Everything else in this tournament will happen on its final broadcast day. And to answer your next question, no, I do not know when that is going to be. It depends when the players can schedule it for and when they can play their matches for, / when they're available to play the last matches live. They still do that as well. So there you go. There's a bit of info. Hatch, gas, and a sooner warning pool. No surprises here early for Solar, as the setup for MaxPax is just going to be an expansion. As well as probe, I guess, is probably the most interesting part of the first couple of minutes. See how much we can do. Spam this lacrosse to help the Protoss. That's better than the MaxPax rhymes we had going on, I will not lie. Probe coming down. Drone's going to come chasing that probe for just a couple of moments here. As you see, the Link Speed coming up, a couple queens coming through, drones are on the way, and the Stargate building up as well. Just getting this going as that probe continues out down to the south. The Overlord here of Solar is just poking back out the front as well. And Stargate coming up, Nexus coming through. All of this getting underway. So far so good as we continue on for the moment. Spam this Kiwi to help out MaxPax. Okay, I feel like you don't quite understand the concept of the rights. Is that really the best we can do? Spam this Kiwi. Our Adept is just going to pop out here, going to start shading through into the center, going to hit the acceleration zone for a moment. Again, that Link Speed coming up, couple Lings on the way, Hatchery coming through. Our Adept already just going to continue into the upper right-hand side, make that a couple of Adepts. We're going to start nabbing ourselves a couple of Zergling kills, so getting some damage done. Adept's going to come back through, another drone getting picked off, a couple of these Lings are getting tagged. So some good damage being done there. We are going to get taken out, but one Adept for a drone and 5 Lings, plus a little bit of a drone pull. I don't hate it, honestly. Do not hate it. We've seen the rest of our Lings coming out back down the bottom. Hey, thank you so much, Fubica24, for the 4-month resub on the Prime. Obviously, guys, if you guys are enjoying the stream, here's the Wardy sellout segment of the day. Listen up, this is the one time only for today. If you guys enjoy the stream and you would like to support, you can subscribe with Twitch Prime for free. Just click that subscribe button, click the Prime button, boom. Or you can subscribe regularly. Also helps. Or you can just follow the channel. We are less than 250 followers away from 100,000 followers here on Twitch, which is, again, something we've been kind of working towards for a very long time. So, yeah, go check that out, guys. Go check that out. We've seen our oracles flying in, a couple of drones getting picked away at, as we do have a third oracle popping up here. Hummy255, thank you so much for your 8-month resub on the Prime. Thank you so much. Queens get there. Oracle's taking some damage, getting pushed around the top. And come back around this right side as we try and activate for our first drone. Doesn't quite manage it as our oracles escape away down the right. Spam this polar bear to help out Solar. It's even a polar bear. Just because you put a snowflake next to a bear doesn't make it a polar bear. Oh my god. Forge, couple gates, the blink hole is coming through, our battery continues in as well, so it keeps bringing this up, our lag coming through, our overloads and our drones are building. So far so good, as we do have our oracles going to try into this base. Ooh, you know, there wasn't much there outside of that one queen. It felt like actually an opportunity that was unfortunately not quite capitalized on. So unfortunately nothing will come of that. It's just going to be seeing a couple oracles coming back around over here. And they're just going to keep on poking and prodding around to see what else they might get up to over these next couple of minutes. Things from Solo are going to start going through the center. You know, Gigantha, you have, you know, pretty good 3-4 base setup, and so the Fleet Beacon in the second Stargate, maybe just rushing some Sky Toss in general, is not a terrible idea. You can play very defensively, very difficult for the Zerg to bust through into you, so I do not hate the plan. The plan feels pretty like I say, reasonable in general. There's a couple oracles do dive, and they get 2-3 drones, so picking up a little more damage. A revelation just as we go as well to keep a bit more scouting information on the go as well. Oracles back down to the south. We do see the Lings just going to cruise around, trying to find their opening, trying to find their opportunity still. Oracles coming around the right. Just going to be seeing our roaches getting set to go. Couple carriers coming up, +1 attack, charge, all of this getting built. We do have the oracles coming back over. Pyro the Great, thank you so much for the fresh new sub on the Prime. Hell yeah, thank you very much indeed. Appreciate the support, thank you so much. As we got our roaches, our Lings making their way out down to the bottom side. Our carriers continue up. If Solo doesn't do something more significant shortly, I do worry about the fact that he's going up against such a fast set of carriers. Lings don't get anything done trying in an attempt to cancel this base over here, so that goes absolutely nowhere. Roaches and Lings on this side. Well, Roach is going to get pushed away by the Oracle Revelation, and just going to be in general seeing... Well, okay, I guess the Spire on the way up, so there is an answer from Solar, starting to get some response ready. He was on his way to Hive, which obviously helps to some extent, but the Spire really is the absolute go-to to be in the best possible state in this game. Templar guys will be building up as well here from MaxPax, so really understands what he needs to do and what he needs to build into, given the best possible shot going into the you know, the carriers, you know, supporting with Archons, and of course Storm is extremely good. Things will continue around. Just going to be seeing a couple carriers here coming forward already. Our Queen's taking some damage. Oracle carriers taking again a few shots off. Going to be able to get rid of that Queen. Now going after the Spore Crawler. Oracles will activate. 5 drones already going down. Carriers continue to fight. We're still taking some damage. Lings and Roach is going to come back across from the left-hand side. Carriers still continue to trade out a little bit here. So again, a bit more damage done. And our Queens only taking some damage too. Our carriers in the end are going to just recall out of here as well. As you see, 13 Corruptors producing. So there is our answer to the carriers. Get those Corruptors up and rolling and see whether Solar will actually be able to deal with this. If these Corruptors or not. Obviously, as more carriers come out, the Corruptors are just more and more necessary. So I don't hate that he's getting them up here already. Seems good. Ling's going to get caught on the bottom side by the stasis ward. Ling, Roach, Corruptors still moving over in this direction. As all goes down, a couple cannons getting built. Stalkers and Archons will be there. As you see, our Bane's going to crash through, and that's going to be 15, 18 probes. Actually going to be taking some shots. So 18 workers going down. Massive run by counterattack from Solar. It's a sort of damage that does slow the Protoss down and does interject into the Protoss' plan. We're just coming by, just going to be seeing a carrier. That's going to be picked off already. Stalkers will continue up. Just going to see our Roaches chase down. And a couple Stalkers. Plus 2 air weapons. All of that continuing through as our Adrenal Glands is going to be finishing up in just a couple of moments as well. Just a lot of carriers. Obviously, MaxPax's army, no matter what else you do here, is going to be pretty scary. You've got to take the right fights here as Solo. You've got to find a way to usually kind of chip through this army a little bit. No Vipers is a bit concerning, right? To not, potentially be able to get an abduct off ahead of time would be really good. Roach, Bane, Corruptor is going to come through. Just going to be seeing our carriers coming around. We'll just see the Ling Bane coming down to the bottom side. He's going to run in toward this mineral line next couple of moments. Probes going to get blasted a little bit. We do warp in a Stalker here. Cannon getting healed up a little bit further as well. These Banes will go down, and the army now of Solar will be back out into the center. Just going to get picked off. The Greatest Spire still coming through. And the Lings will continue down. We're going to jump onto this Nexus. So on to pick through that. We are going to engage in at the same time here. These carriers getting chased. Solar, is it going to be good enough? I mean, he had a good concave going in. The Corruptors kind of don't take any damage just yet. So now they should be able to really just get through the last few carriers. This is obviously expensive for MaxPax because rebuilding into the carriers is going to be tough. It's not just expensive, it takes a long time. Solar is taking some damage himself. He still has money in the bank, by the way, so he's not drained yet, and he will be able to build up a little longer. And as that Lings surround, the Zealots will go down. Great Spy about halfway done, still seeing the army of MaxPax out into the bottom left as well. Continuing out down to the south. Additional Banelings will continue to produce and morphed in between the bases as that Great Spire is just about to finish. Bane. Still coming down the right side. Our Banelings continue to come through. Roach Ravager will press forward, and well, Corruptors is going to start jumping on top of these carriers. However, Super Battery is going to keep them alive, so I don't think this is a justifiable push to continue from Solar, but he is working down on MaxPax. He's killing probes. He's working through the ground army for sure. That is putting him into a much better spot here as our Corruptors, Lings, and Roaches will continue to produce. Our extra carriers are coming out. Bane around the bottom right side. Roach Ravager Corruptor still on the left. We get ready to push into this base yet again. As Solar maxes out, he doesn't want to give MaxPax too much time. He wants to try and keep the carrier count, the tech count low. The more chance that MaxPax has to rebuild tech units, the worse it's typically going to be as Solar tries to take larger fights. On the bottom here, you're going to get a little bit of a surround. The Lings will continue to go big time onto this, trying to get as much done as they can. But 10 probes is still not bad, right? You're still keeping MaxPax on that lower end of the economy. Just as he starts to build back up some eco, and kind of gets taken down once again. There we go. Solar gets going once more here. There's a couple of Archons coming through. The Lings get chased away. Bane's back into the center on the bottom side. A few Bane's gonna reach the mineral line for about 5 probes, so not a bad little starting point there. Lingroach Bane continue to produce. You have the +1 flyer attack upgrade coming out as well. So wanting to dive down in towards those few Archons and Stalkers on the left-hand side. These Corruptors are going to get pushed away. The Archons will come back through. The Ravagers still taking a bit more damage. Oh my goodness, the Corruptors are kind of melting. I'll tell you what, I feel like Solar's done pretty well this game. His Solar's lost, obviously not in his favor, but he's done what he needed to. He shut down the economy and everything. Has it been enough? We're about to find out, because this Protoss army is pushing, and now Solar is essentially going to have the final fight, and he has to win this one, because otherwise his bases are going to be going down, down, down. And into the top left, is going to be seeing a couple of structures starting to drop. We do see Ling Bane coming through. Corruptors will activate. Carriers will continue to drop down here. We are going to work our way through this as the Archons stay busy. It's just going to be too much from MaxPax. He's going to win this out. 2-1 in the favor of MaxPax. This was a game which did not feel good for Solar at all, right? In the bottom right-hand side, our red Protoss player from Storm Gaming. This is going to be MaxPax. Taking on the blue Zerg in the top left from Onside Gaming, it is Solar. MaxPax is leading 2-1. In this best of 3, and we'll see if he can keep it up and close this series out. We'll see whether Solar can draw us to a game 5. We had a game 5 last series, 2 back-to-back game 5s. Would that be a little bit too much to ask for? That'd be a little bit cheeky? Maybe. You know what? Maybe I'll just ask for it anyways. MaxPax wins the next game. I am buying beers for everyone. Alright. The next game is in this game? Well, the next game is in you think he's going to lose this one and then win the next one. Because in theory, this is the current game. Not the next game. You know, just gotta get the explanation down in words here so we, when you don't buy beers for everyone, we can justifiably flame you instead of just flaming you on a whim. Or on a misunderstanding, Movie coming across, Probe has been poking around. Didn't get the block on the hatchery, but that's kind of becoming more and more common now as Zergs take these early bases, early hatches. Some pros decide not to scout as early, so they don't go for the block even. That's, the meta just develops around that. It's always fascinating to see. Changes that players make. Whoa. Next week coming up, Stargate coming through. We do have not really much variation, I guess, so far in the very initial openers. We have seen like a Stargate Void Ray, which is obviously a bit different to like Stargate Oracles. So I guess that's a little bit of a factor. Hey guys, just to explain again, OSC mid-season playoffs. This event happens. Basically, the players can pick when they play the matches with their opponents, and then when there's enough replays, we just cast them. For the final day, I do think usually they do at least the finals and lower bracket finals live. So maybe there'll be a bit of schedule and kind of put in there, but yeah, generally it's just set up so that it's like as low commitment as possible for the players, so that it's easy to play in and stuff. Helps encourage them to play. Are we ever going to actually see MaxPax? He's right here on the bottom right of the map. He's the Protoss player. You know, all these units that are in the red, that's actually all MaxPax. These are all controlled by him. Like that probe that just died, this Oracle right here, this Stalker as well. These are all MaxPax, so you can actually see him right now. Big if true. Can you imagine it's just not? Still just going to nab the Overlord. There's got a few Lings coming through. Just going to be seeing our Nexus going down, our Pylon going down. Things will come in, just going to go nibbling at the Pylon for a little bit longer. We do have 2 more Adepts getting warped in as well. And on the top side, a couple of Oracles gathering around to try and see if there's anything more that they can do here. So, trying to poke in, going to get 1, 2, 3 drones. Oh, we just built the extraction in time. So MaxPax found the angle, but he loses an Oracle. So 1 Oracle down, heading into melee upgrade as well. Oracles are quite important because they are really good against Zerglings. So if there's going to be blink from MaxPax, being down 1 Oracle is a bit of a shame, right? That's just something that you're now missing that you would have really just liked to have had. Yeah, that does, it kind of just suck a little bit, honestly. Now, a couple of Adepts here, going to go pinging onto the hatcheries. Just going to get that going. Forge and the Twilight Council coming up as well. Extra gateways are coming through. The probes are coming in. And these Lings are going to get a wraparound on that Adept combo. So those 2 Adepts are going to get picked off straight away here. 4 drones going down. Just going to be seeing the Oracle still out around the left-hand side. It's going to be 2 Oracles joining together. As again, +1 attack, blink, both of these continuing up just for the moment. 8 more drones in production as well here from Solar. All of those on the way out actually make it 11. Turn this all the way up to 11. Okay, melee upgrade as well. As these double Oracles continue to try and find some damage. Whoa! Lings in the natural! In they go! And there's going to be a bunch of probes going down. Solar to deal some mega damage. Don't tell me we're only going to get 4. That felt like it should have been so much more. Oh, he could have even just held position there and done more. Get onto the mineral line. Stop here. Ah, my goodness. They are dealing with Oracles at the same time, but now MaxPax has just done as much damage as Solar has, which I guess you can look at this 2 ways at Solar. Well, it's good that he got in to undo some of the damage that's dealt by MaxPax. You can also look at the other side, which is that this was kind of meant to be like Solar taking a big lead off that run by. And instead now, well, he gets another Oracle, but instead he's the one that lost more workers. So, again, for Solar, he's going to be, I think, a bit frustrated about that, as he does have a Hydra Den finishing. This is a shorter map, Dragon Scales. I wonder if we could, I mean, there's potential we just go kind of a Ling Hydra push, Ling Bane Hydra push. Early doesn't even necessarily have to be off a huge eco, although we are continuing to drone. I guess he was already on 66 drones. I guess my brain for some reason thinks about like 5:30 instead of like 7 minutes, I suppose. So it's maybe not as quick of a Hydra Gen as it's just going to be some pretty standard in Ling Bane Hydra. In fact, probably get about 10 more workers, go up to 80. That allows you to kind of play very aggressively off this Ling Bane Hydra and just to keep on rebuilding and going again and again and again. Stalker's chilling out in the center here. These few Zerglings are going to come over. They're going to run around the right side. The Oracle on the left is going to be relocating a little bit as well. I'm just going to be seeing that charge coming up. Temple Archives coming through. 2 more gateways being produced for the moment. 5 drones coming out as well as an infestation pit. It's also on the way out. Psionic Storm. I'm going to be building on the Templar Archives. So click through, just going to grab a Zergling again, +2 attack, the Storm, the Charge. All of that coming up for the moment here. And we do have our Lurker down Evo Chamber. And Infestation Pit, continue to build through. A bunch of Hydras also on the way out as our Lings will just charge on forward. Couple High Templar on the side, is going to become an Archon. These Stalkers blink through, pick off those Zerglings. Lings will come back out the right side. Still seeing that Lurker den coming up. Our Hive on the way in. Lings and Hydras will continue to produce here. Plus Team Melee and the missiles still coming up. Storm and Charge still coming in. We're going to be seeing that +2 as well. So MaxPax is getting up to all the tech he might want. Solo, though, because he kind of took a lead early. Well, I say took a lead, I guess. I guess not really true. Honestly, I'm still kind of in my mind. I'm like, that run by was so good, but obviously it really wasn't compared to what happened. But he is just going to try and dive up into Lurker. So very quick Lurker is going to play a pretty defensive setup, it would seem. I just come through. As the Zealots just get chased away over to the sides, the Stalkers continue to gather in the center. A couple Archons are building up here. Yeah, I mean, this is really going to come down to the Lurkers and what we can do with them. Obviously, MaxPax for the moment just taking a 5th base. This forward location not really being punished or anything. And he's just currently on Archon, Stalker, High Templar. Against Lurkers, would obviously love to see a couple of Immortals at least. In general, I actually don't think this army is super well suited to deal with the Lurkers just yet. As 2 more High Templar warp in. The Zealots will warp in alongside this as well. A couple of Banes going to crash straight into this group of Zealots. Those the Stalkers blink to the left side. You can see MaxPax moving into the center. This could be dangerous as a few Lings dart out around the right. We've got a few Lings and Hydras around the left. Baneling's already morphing on that right side too. And we see now a couple of Lurkers continue to go down. Hydras will continue to come through. Storms continue to drop. We're all going to be seeing this force really going back and forth a little bit. At the same time, top right side of this army gets onto this base. Most importantly, though, Solo's not lost any drones yet. And he's killing probes. Run by on the bottom right. He's going to get 6, maybe not the most. Starts to lose some workers at the same time. Can he get Lurkers in position to help dislodge some of these units as the storm's coming down? I think these Zealots need to back away. They're fighting into these Lurkers. Is not going to be pretty for them. I think that was a little bit misjudged from MaxPax. Archon gets picked off, just going to be seeing a few Lings going to get caught in a stasis as well. Extra Banelings morphing in, and Lurker 2 as well. We're going to see Solo switching his switch when it comes from defense to offense. He's going to be the aggressor now. He's going to go across the map. He's going to be the one coming across and trying to make the difference right now as our Hydras and Lurkers start to press in. A couple of cannons will begin to take some shots. Our Nexus here, like we're going to take some damage too, as a couple of probes will also be dropping down dead. Hydras continuing to make their way into this. But the storm comes up. It's going to be seen at OSC overhead. High Templar coming back around. Lurkers will unburrow, push forward, burrow up once more. We're just going to be seeing the battery going down. It's going to be seeing our pylon going down. Lings and Hydras continuing through. Stalkers and Archons are going to be there to try and push this back. 6, 7 probes, 9 probes dropping actually, as now we're going to be seeing Solo just backing it up himself. He got rid of that 5th, he's just going to give it a couple moments. What's MaxPax going to do in response to this? Is he going to start going? Is he going to hang back himself? Options are really up in the air at the moment. As they start to press on forward, just going to be seeing the extra Lurkers coming through, Lings and a few Overlords coming out. Then again, Hydra Lurker. And try and set up a flank. It's interesting because MaxPax is going to come back down this ramp only to find the main part of the army here. A lot of the Hydras, though, are going to have to be careful of those storms, otherwise we're in trouble. High Templar are kind of running out of energy. A few Lurkers still left over. The Immortal helping to chunk through them. Oracle drops a Revelation, so we have the detection necessary. 14 probes, 15 going down. Lings in the natural. Economy from MaxPax once again taking a beat, and Recall will come through to go clean up those Lings, as MaxPax just has to go deal with that right now. As though, once again, though, Solo realizes as MaxPax goes to defend that, he can maybe do something with the rest of his force. Setting up immediately, these Lurkers may even be able to take a better step forward and really get on top of this base. But now going to keep on losing workers, and this is going to be a bigger issue for MaxPax as 40+ workers have gone down in recent times. Storm comes in, the Immortal is there to help break through the Lurker count, but, well, MaxPax is not going to have much rebuilding to be done with only 34 workers in the game, and he probably has just one push right now to go across the map with and try and win it, but don't think Solo's going to mess up the macro to the point where he lets his opponent just win on a push like that. I just do not think that's going to happen, so looking as though we're going to have ourselves a Solo who is looking very, very good to take us to a Game 5, and that means one final map here today from the OSC mid-season playoffs. As we move forward, a couple of Lurkers getting knocked down. GG is called from MaxPax. Solo takes it. It's 2-2. It's tied up. That's going to be, it's going to be the Central, West, Central, West, Central. So they each take turns playing with the slight ping disadvantage. It's all on NA. Top left, our red Protoss is going to be MaxPax. Bottom right, our blue Zerg from Onside Gaming, Solar. Fifth and final map, winner goes to the grand finals. The loser will go to the lower bracket finals. As a Hachi comes in there, or tries to, but gets blocked by the probe. Goes down, drone coming up. Okay, we're coming up, just gonna be seeing our probe coming in. We'll be having our probes popping out and the overlord getting set up as well. For these early stages as our hatch gas hand pool all continues into action. Will MaxPax mix it up at all? We see our Nexus and Savico both coming through for a couple moments. Going to be seeing our drone producing over here as well. Hatchery coming down. Well, Proby just going to be moving out a little bit. So you see our Stargate coming up, Link Speed is coming through. So yeah, Stargate coming through, the Adept coming up, our Warp Gate is going to continue into play. Just going to be seeing the Overlord chilling out overhead, Adept going to pop out of the gateway as well. And the Nexus is going to finish here also. And that Nexus finished up against Stargate, continues through a couple of probes and everything. Continuing out for the moment. And our Warp Gate gets started as well. Just going to be seeing our few units moving around here, there, and everywhere. I see the Adept shitting around on that bottom side. Just going to be seeing a couple of Lings continue through. Ling speed continues up. Fifth and final game. Again, still the winner bracket, right? So the loser is in the lower bracket finals, but that's a whole new grueling best of 5 you're going to have to play through. And the winner bracket player usually comes in with an advantage as well in the grand finals, so quite a lot on the line actually for this map when it comes to this tournament. Oracle coming up, that Warp Gate still coming through. That's Oracle heading down to the bottom right-hand corner. Keep an eye on things and to keep on figuring out what's happening. Oracle just going to come straight across. Have a couple Queens going to get here as the Oracle and Queens together are going to fight. Well, obviously the Queens can't hit the Adepts if they want to hit the Oracles. So that's 5 drones already going down. Make it 6, make it 7. Some good damage done here immediately. 8 workers going down. The Lings will get through. The Adepts will get picked off. But that is some really big damage early in this game. MaxPax open strong. 8 workers at 4 minutes. Super early damage especially is the most notable part. As our Lings come back over this left-hand side. Oracle and now a couple more Adepts just going to continue through. Things is going to continue over around the left-hand side. Just going to be seeing the Baneling Nest is coming up about halfway done. The extra Lings again produced. Forge and Twilight Council both continuing as our Oracles come through the main base. Against that right side, just going to hit away the Oracle as well. Just going to push that out for a little bit as well. And yo, Reveredly, thank you so much for continuing your gifted sub that you got from Volgren. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for supporting today. Thanks for choosing to subscribe for the future. Oracles has now been one more drone here. Quick in and out job. Solo, 39 drones. Bane's morphing. It's time to all in. This is going to be it. Ling Bane bust. Preparation from MaxPax is pretty much a hot damn 0. Oh my god, that's a cute pylon, but it's not enough. That gateway is not there. Whoa. I'm not sure about using the last couple of Banelings there instead of heading toward the mineral line. We're going to try and get this pylon right now as we will get it. The Oracle coming back home to help, and now, well, MaxPax will be taking quite some damage as we see all of these Lings flooding through. Solar is already evening up the work account of this game. Obviously, MaxPax on his way to +1 and Blink as we continue to just go after pylons, though, shutting down production, shutting down upgrades potentially, shutting down things that are obviously going to help you to try and survive as we follow through. The couple Morphing Banes get stopped. As what would you have now? Lings maybe flooding toward the third base would not be a bad choice. The Oracles are in the main, although Oracles, the energy will not last forever. We have a surround on these Stalkers. Blink was slowed down as the pylon got killed. Lings continue to stay busy, but is it enough so far? As Solar is looking pretty good all of a sudden. This Ling Bane burst, pretty fantastic for him. Going to continue onto this natural nexus, still just spamming Lings. Surprised we didn't see maybe more happen on the third, although it looks as though maybe we did get a few kills here. There's still some probes left, though. Extra drones come out, Roach Run coming through. Ling's going to turn back onto the third as the natural is now dead. MaxPax going to have to try and find a way to recover from this. This is going to be extremely tough. Lings is going to wrap around next, taking damage. Stalker in trouble. That's going to be game. That's going to do it. Solar is going to take it 3-2 over MaxPax with the Ling Bane bust. GG's.